Thank God that's over. I'm having camera issues. Just give me a second. Thank God that's over. That was a disaster. Whatever just happened down at MetLife was an absolute colossal disaster. Number one, that was a waste of time of a game. They had chances to win it. They ultimately didn't come away with those chances because this is a losing franchise at this point. Under Brian Dable, they are losers. Every single one of them. Maybe, you know what? Except for Cam Scatterboo. It's unbelievable. It is unbelievable just how bad they are. I mean, these Russell Wilson stats, all right, and based on week one and now week three, week two obviously against Dallas, and seeing what the Dallas defense did this week against the Bears. I'm thinking last week was the anomaly for us. Today against Kansas City, he was 18 for 32, 160 yards, 0 touchdowns, and 2 interceptions. Horrible. And the 2 interceptions came at like the most inopportune times as well. He was horrific today. And now the Giants have a decision to make. They have a couple. Number one, you're starting 0-3 again. You looked lost today again. The Chiefs didn't exactly play, spectacular again. I said to someone, did anything the Chiefs do today really blow you away? Like, did anything that the Kansas City Chiefs do on offense or on defense, except for that catch late in the fourth quarter that scored the Chiefs touchdown that was really the nail in the coffin, they didn't do anything that really, really impressed me today. Cam Scatterboo ran for 121 yards, did have the one touchdown, 60 rushing yards, 61 receiving yards. He looked good today. Cam Scatterboo looked good today. And then you have the injuries. So Graham Gano is hurt, a groin injury. That happened right before the game. That costed the Giants a couple points. Right? That costed the Giants at least probably a field goal on the opening drive. And maybe a field goal somewhere else. They should have been leading going into the half today. Instead, they weren't. And they looked like crap again. And now, next week you're going, I believe they're home, to face the Chargers, who are 3-0. Before then heading to New Orleans to face the 0-3 Saints. And then Thursday Night Football at MetLife against the Eagles. If they don't beat the Chiefs, we got a problem. They're not beating the Chargers. Their defense is a problem. Their defense is becoming a problem. And, hey, you know what? The Giants do lead the NFL in something. They do lead the NFL in something. Would you like me to read it? On offense, they are first in passing yards per game. Wait, no, they're not. Hold on. Wait. Oh, they just updated that. Sorry. I was using the Real app, and it was like first, but then I clicked on it, and it was not first. Chargers are the first. The Giants ranked 28th in passing yards allowed in their 3 games so far. That's pathetic. Brian Dable said he thought the Giants battled defensively and had a good plan. They fell short offensively. Our passing game wasn't enough. He said third downs were a problem. Yeah. You know what else was a problem? The fact that you couldn't kick. The fact that Jackson Dart is not starting yet. That's a problem. Whether that's a Dable problem or it's a Shane problem, let's see. So the Athletic just tweeted this out. The Giants are off to an 0-3 start for the fourth time in the past 9 years. 2017, they fired Ben McAdoo in season. 2020, nothing happened. 2021, they fired Joe Judge at the end of the year. And now, this year. So what's going to happen? Who are they firing? Was tonight Dable's last game? I doubt it. I know there was a report earlier in the week that Dable was done. At him and Bowen. But I don't believe that. I'll believe it when I see it. Regardless, the Giants are just bad. They're bad. That's just it. They are bad. There's only one way they're going to come out of this. And it's by tomorrow making a landmark fire. I don't think Dable's the right move yet. I don't think Dable right now is the move to be fired. I think if you fire Shane Bowen or the offensive coordinator, then do something. I don't know with Dable. What I do know, this is unacceptable and this can't continue. The way they played tonight, they looked uninspired. They didn't look ready to play tonight. And you know what? This isn't the team that we all wanted to watch this year. We wanted to watch better brand of football. Brian Dable did confirm in the media that the plan was for Andrew Thomas to play 25 plays. And did you notice how flat the offense got once Andrew Thomas left the game? Yeah. So that's something. So the offense never really got started, but when they were playing okay, Andrew Thomas was in the game. So that's that for the Giants. They're going to do what they're going to do. Let them go on their losing ways. Let them lose however many games they're going to lose this year and go on to next year. Now, I'll get to the Yankees briefly because I do have to be up in like 5 hours. I'll get to the Yankees. They took 3 of 4 in Baltimore. The one game they lost was to if he was on the field the whole year, probably a perennial Cy Young winner. And I thought they looked good this weekend. I think today was the most impressive of the 3 wins, if we're going to be honest. Because Bradish was on his game. Cam Schlittler matched him pitch by pitch pretty much. They both only gave up 1 run. Schlittler, it was a homer. Bradish, it was a base hit. Bradish should have given up 4 runs. But his defense helped him. It was only 1. Dominguez got robs in the gap, and it should have been 2 runs. Sorry, the bases weren't loaded in that spot. Sorry. Should have been 3 runs. Instead, it was 1 run. What are you going to do? Extra innings. The bullpen, shout them out. They were perfect today. They didn't allow a run. That was a miracle. Fernando Cruz did not look great today. Again, that continues to be a concern. It continues to be a concern that Fernando Cruz is not that great. It continues to be a concern that Luke Weaver gets ahead in counts and walks people, even though he got out of his jam. That's a concern. Camilo Duvall, same thing. Gets ahead and then walks people. Did he appear to strike the batter out? He did. Did the umpire behind the plate give him a call? No, he didn't. I didn't really look at the at-bat. closely. I can do it now on my phone. What mattered was he got the out he needed. Didn't matter the calls behind the plate. Would have been nice to end the game a little bit earlier, but the O's were probably not trying at that point. The Dylan Beavers walk. Let's see here. Yeah, you know what? The umpire missed 2 calls on that at bat. Yeah, he should have been called on strikes twice in the at bat. But it should have been 1-1 the count, not 2-0. So yeah, the umpire did bone him. So that's part of it. And then the same pitch was called on Gunner, and then no other pitch was even close to the zone. Then you went down 2-1, 3-1 on Ryan Mountcastle, again on a pitch that should have been called a strike. So the home plate umpire was all over the place in the 10th inning. But that's not the play in this game. The play in this game was Ben Rice had 4 hits, including the game breaker, the grand slam in the 10th inning. You had Grisham at the second base, then Judge walked. Judge walked after swinging at the 3-0 pitch that was very low. That I was like, there it is, there's the at-bat. He's going to swing at that. They'll come back to strike him out. Then Bellinger singles. Ben Rice hits the grand slam, a 30-30 shot, I believe. It was an absolute bomb as well. What a year Ben Rice has had. There are certain guys, and they were talking about it a little bit this week. Like, you need role players on teams like this. And, okay, it's a 29 out of 30. Where was it not? Okay, San Francisco. So, yeah, I mean, that's great. Where would they be without Ben Rice or Trent Grisham? Or, to an extent, Jose Caballero, since he came over. He's been a game player. Give Cash his flowers a little bit. He's not the reason if they don't win it. The reason is players on the field don't perform, or the manager doesn't put the players in the best position to win. That's where we're at with this team. Then Jazz hits the home run after Austin Slater. Get Austin Slater away. This cat can't make the postseason roster. My God, I know he made the leap in Cash to save the RBI double. Who cares? You know what? Bellinger could have saved that catch as well. Get him out, please. I never want to see his face again. Cut him tomorrow. He's a waste. My God, he's a waste. Then Jazz hits a 30-30 shot right about onto Utah Street. That's his 31st home run. He seems like he's getting it together ever since his 30th home run. The swing decisions have been better. You'll love it from Jazz because he's a role player. And if anyone hasn't seen the report, I'll recap it while I finish up within the next 5 minutes. Apparently, he had his representation called the Yankees. He wants to sign an extension with the Yankees. He never wants to leave the Yankees. All this sort of stuff. So that's a really good thing to hear from him. You like that. The Yankees did strike out 17 times today. Took 6 walks. They left 11 on. But only 1 run against them, and they struck out 13 as a staff. Cam Schlittler was very good today. He was good today. 1 walk, 6 strikeouts. That's more like it. A solo home run isn't going to kill you. I think he was lifted too soon. I think you let him stay. He's earned that a bit. You never know. If he gives up a bomb, then I guess my choice is different. Or my words are different. Even though Duvall retired the side, he only had a 45% strikeout. He threw 9 strikes today. 20 pitches, 9 strikes. It's not ideal. Like, what did Luke Weaver do? Yeah, Luke Weaver threw 11 pitches. 6 of them strikes. And the 5 balls he threw weren't, like, huge misses. Devin Williams was spectacular today. Now, here's Katie Sharp. Hold on, this is funny. Is Katie Sharp doing Giants stats now? Cam Scadaboo is the first player in Giants history with 60-plus rushing yards and 60-plus receiving yards in a game this early into his career. I wonder if Katie Sharp is now. Does she do? Oh, yeah, Bleed Blue. That's the Giants. Oh, I guess she does. Or Boise State as well. Oh, all right. Well, I need to sign off there because I'm getting tired. Anyway, Giants lose again because they are horrible. Yankees win because they are the second best team in the AL, but won't get a bye because that's how baseball works. And you asked me, this team is primed to go on a run if they try and put it together. Toronto did win today. They needed it. Boston lost today. They needed to lose. Tampa Bay finally did something right for the first time in about a month. So I believe the Yankees are back to 3 games up. Their magic number, I believe, is now down to 2 or 3. It was 3, but with the Red Sox loss, it could be 2. I think. I think the earliest they can clinch is Tuesday. Oh, wait, no. Wednesday because of the off day tomorrow for everybody. I don't think any games playing tomorrow actually involves the Yankees. If you are a baseball fan and want to keep an eye on something, the Mets no longer hold a playoff position to go to bed tonight. Yeah, every American League team has the day off tomorrow. All 15 of them. So there's something. All right, signing off. See you guys probably on Wednesday. Go Yanks. Sell the team.